Hola, hola, it's your girl Erika from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, beautiful, gorgeous community of mine. This is going to be a discussion about what is going on. This is not going to be a discussion about the choices that you choose. This is a discussion about what's going on right now. And this is a discussion about freedom, a discussion about discernment, a discussion about love, empathy, compassion, peace, a discussion about awareness, a discussion about you asking questions. That's what this conversation is going to be about. This is not about do this, do that. You're right, you're wrong, that side, this side. This is not about the vid. This is not a conversation about if you're rolling your sleeves up or not. I'm not talking about that, okay? So this is a conversation for everybody. I'm not talking about what you should do with your body. I feel like we all get to decide that, or we should have the right to decide that. This is a conversation about what the hell's going on. I live in Australia. Australia is tripping right now, okay? We've been in lockdown for over 200 days so far this year. Our kids have not been able to go to school. There's a lot happening. Good morning. And right now, unfortunately, they've put even further restrictions on places like Sydney, Australia, regional Victoria, and now they're restricting playgrounds. There literally is tape. There's caution, like police tape around playgrounds. As we know, and I'm not a fucking scientist, I'm not a medical expert, I'm not telling you any of that shit, okay? But as we know, no countries have had a big cases amount of children, of little kids catching the vid, spreading it, dying. We haven't seen massive cases of that. It's been mainly grown-ups. Yeah, I'm not saying no little kids have got it. Don't get my message twisted, okay? And if you are here for a fight, peace the fuck out. Because I'm all about the love. I'm all about the awareness. I'm all about us having a conversation. I'm a little bit pissed off right now. I'm a little bit pissed off right now because I feel like we are not being treated with empathy and kindness from our government. I feel like they are hitting us with the fear. Yo, let me just show you something that I bought that I'm really excited about. And I don't care what side you stand on. This is always true. The media is lying to you. You can go get this hoodie. I'll let you know where I got it from. That's the fucking truth. That's the truth, right? Fear is everywhere. We are already fearful as human beings. We already have that survival brain because of our biology. We got that brain that's constantly looking for what's wrong. This is the work I do as a confidence coach, teaching women that they are good enough, that they are pretty enough, that they are enough, that there's nothing wrong with them, that their wrinkles and their pimples and all this shit that's going on is fine. Like, that's the work I do. Why? Because our brain goes, I'm not good, something's wrong with me, I'm in danger. So our brain's looking for danger. It has evolved to think that danger is not a fucking dinosaur. Danger is not a tiger or a bear. Danger is someone not liking you. Danger is people not following you on Instagram. Danger is you falling publicly and embarrassing yourself or getting rejected. That's our danger in our world right now. But this survival brain, this reptile brain that, by the way, when you are in fear, when you are in high cortisol, adrenal fear, and you are in worry, and you are stressed, and you are anxious, and you are in fear, and you are worried about the future, what happens to you? Your emotions are high. Your emotions are high, and your intelligence is low. You're not thinking clearly or straight. Does that make sense? That's just fear. Let's just talk about how fear works. Does that make sense? So when you're in high fear, stressed out, worried about anything, not about the vid, but about anything, your emotions are high. You know, think about when you fight with your friend or your partner or your parents or your kids and you're angry and you're crying and you're angry. Your intelligence, your ability to make sense out of what you're doing, your logic is low. Cool? We are in flight or fright. Exactly. Thank you, Vicky. So my problem right now, and I think it's a lot of our problems, and I'm going to use my platform the way that I want to use it because this is my fucking Instagram and I built this audience, okay? So if you don't like it, peace out. If you don't like it, go talk about some shit on your platform. This is my space. I'm going to take my jacket off, yo. I got my Scarface on today. We ain't playing. Okay? So here's my problem right now. The people at power, the government, the people that are making decisions are not thinking with empathy. They're not thinking about how we feel. They're making choices and decisions irrationally, and they're in fear. And I get it. They're scared. They're scared of death. That's our number one fear. Human beings don't want to deal with death. We're going to die, okay? Just a spoiler alert. You're going to die, and I'm going to die. It's going to happen. That's why I don't give a fuck what people think about me, because I'm like, you're going to die, and I'm going to die. So I'm going to live my life to the fullest, and that could be next week. I'm going hard on life every fucking day. That's how I have the energy, by the way. Some of you message me, how do you have energy? Because I love my life and I'm excited for air in my lungs. I'm not living in fear and worried about what can happen. Anything can happen to any single one of us. So I'm not going to live a half-assed life. I'm going to go hard on my life. So I'm not scared of death. Death, knock on my door, cool, welcome. You are welcome to hear death, sickness, illness, whatever comes, comes. And I appreciate all of it, right? I'm not fighting what is. So here's the thing. The big fear of death that most of us have, the big worry, the big, oh my God, what's going to happen? What if this happens? That fear is getting fed from the media. So I want you to think about this. I don't care what level or space you're on. I don't care if you believe in it or don't. This is not a conversation about that. If you weren't here at the beginning, I said this is not a conversation about pro or anti. This is not a conversation about roll your sleeves up or don't. This is not a conversation about the vid. Not a conversation about that. If you want to talk about that, you can go somewhere else. Plenty of people talking about that. This is a conversation about love, empathy, understanding. This is a conversation about our rights and about us thinking for what we want and what we feel. This is a conversation about sovereignty and reverence and fucking you understanding yourself and speaking for what you desire and compassion. That's what this conversation is about, with a lot of swears. Okay? That's what it's about. So where do we get our information from? Where do most of us get our information from? We turn on the television. The people on the TV tell us what's going on. Don't lie. That's where most of us get our, and I'm going to be straight up, that's where I be getting my information from. I'm not on a laptop or books at the library pulling out information. The library's closed, by the way. It's illegal to go to the library. So I'm on my YouTube. I'm watching YouTube, and that's how I catch the news. That's how I know what's going on in the world. That's how I know the rules, my restrictions, how far from my home I can leave, if my kids can go to school or not. That's how I know. I turn on the television. So I want you to just know that you are listening to what the television says. That's how we get our news. That's what we do. Or we got social media. Thank you, Kelly. The internet. Thankfully, most of us are not being censored to say conversations like this, and we're sharing stuff. And there's Telegram now where you can share whatever you want and it's not censored. Telegram. So people are sharing information that we're not aware of. Do I think there's some evil, crazy conspiracy? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is our government is not giving us proof of what's going on. They're not being empathetic. They're just going, we're going to shut down the playgrounds and that's it. There have been no cases of outside exposure of the vid, but we're all masked up. And now, today, I haven't watched the news because I will cry, so I'm not watching it. People have been telling me. Today, he has recommended, our guy, Mr. Dan, that we should mask kids under 12. Is he motherfucking crazy? No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening, and I have an exemption for me as well. So, no, that's not happening because I have trauma. By the way, there are exemptions that you could get if you are traumatized and if you have reasons not to wear it. And yes, people will judge you when you go to the supermarket. But again, FWO to the motherfucking T, and you do you. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Thank you very much. So they want to mask kids. There's no cases outside. They've asked them. There's 0 cases outside, but we have to wear masks. And now you want our kids to wear masks? And now you're going to close childcare. Let me guess what's coming next. They're going to be like a bunch of kids have got it, and now we got to jab kids, and oh my God, it's fear. So I'm not going to tune into the fear. I'm going to use my discernment. I'm not pro or anti. If you want to know, and I don't even need to tell you, but if you want to know, my kids have got vaccinated, okay? So I'm not anti. And funny how when you want to talk about this, people make you anti, or if you're for it, you're a sheep. That's not a way to be. We can't be talking about that to each other. We can't be saying that to each other. We are being divided by some righteousness. I'm right and you're wrong. No, my love. Everybody's right. The man who's running Victoria, he's right. He's scared. Look at his eyes. He is in fear. He believes and he's scared. He's scared of death. He's scared of what it's going to do. He's in fear. So when he makes decisions, he's right. Of course he's making those decisions. I understand him. Do I like how he does it? No. Do I think he could do with some fucking life coaching and healing his trauma? Yes. Do I think that he could actually be compassionate when he speaks about the new restrictions? Yes. Does he do that? No. Cool. That's my problem with him. Whatever. That's him. He's going to do him. My biggest problem here is that we're trying to separate ourselves. You over there on that side, I'm over here. Let me make fun of you for what you believe. Listen to me, my love. If you want to get it or don't, I will not make fun of you. I'm not thinking of you as less than a human. Okay? You are a human being. You deserve respect. Makes me like get pissed off. Because the division is the fucking virus, right? The division is, and because I said that word, I'm probably going to get that fucking tag on my fucking live. But the division is the pandemic. The division, the making fun of people because they're going to get jabbed or they're not. Like, what? Yo, are we that simple right now? Like, level up your compassion, level up your love, level up your trauma. Your shit is getting projected on people. Your shit, your trauma that you haven't dealt with. And this is why, hell yeah, I'm going to plug the sisterhood. You see that right there? That's where you should be in. If you're a woman, I don't care where you're from, you should be working on your fucking shit, working on your thoughts and your feelings and your mindset. Because if you're not, you're going to project onto people or you're going to live in fear and you're going to do shit that you don't feel good about. You know that feeling, that intuition that we all have? That feeling? That's that feeling where you go, ooh, this doesn't feel right. And you ignore it. And women walk down the alleyways and get raped and killed. Or that feeling where you go, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. And parents do it anyway. And they go, shit, I shouldn't have done it. You know that feeling? That's intuition. You don't need to turn on the fucking TV to get that feeling. That feeling is already inside of you. That's a feeling that you get to have as a human being. And what, we're not going to listen to that feeling? Or if I have that, you're going to make fun of me because of my feeling? Like, since when did we do this? You don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Remember that? Remember that? Don't judge, love thy neighbor. Where my religious people at? My religious people that are like, have faith, be kind. This is meant to be a Christian country. I see a lot of judgment. I see a lot of fear. I don't see faith. I see fear. Do you know what I have faith in? My fucking immunity. I have faith in my thoughts, my feelings, my mindset, my ability to mother, my ability to tune into what's right for me and what's not, my compassion, my fucking empathy. This live has been coming. If you can feel it, this live, I'm not even supposed to be doing this live right now. I'm meant to be doing some filming. I had to jump on. So in Victoria, they're closing childcare. So I'm going to have my 3-year-old at home who, he's hard. He's hard to have at home and do what I do. And it doesn't upset me that he's going to be home as my baby. I love him. What upsets me is the work that I do is essential as fuck. I don't know what you heard, but the work that I do is essential as fuck. What do? I hold space for women. I help women to clear their shit, to work on their thoughts, to unpack. I hold space for other women to connect with other women so we can share our feelings and cry. That's what I do. We cry. We feel our feels. We take responsibility. We journal. We question our past and our trauma. We level ourselves up so that we can be better, more compassionate human beings. No, I'm not a psychologist. No, I'm not a PhD fucking therapist. No. So I'm not essential? You telling me that I'm not essential so I can't do what I do? When I know I have thousands. When I tell you, I don't need another testimonial. I don't need one. I have thousands of testimonials of women who have changed their lives and healed their shit, become better mothers, have cleared their debt, changed their world, managed their mind. Our Melbourne sisterhood, our Australian sisterhood group right now, women are in there every 5 minutes doing a live, crying, holding space for each other about the news. Why don't we have spaces like that? There's a line right now for that telehealth, that free government healthcare shit that they can give you a therapist. There is a wait list for 3 months, last I checked. So what are they doing with those people who need support and they're waiting in a wait list for 3 months, which, by the way, will probably still be in lockdown in 3 months. They're talking about January. Okay, cool. I'm fine. I already said lockdown's going to be extended. I already knew that. So that's good for me. I'm with it. But now we're talking about turning people away who need mental health support. Maybe they don't need drugs, medication. Maybe they just need someone to talk to. Someone not to solve their problem, but someone to hear them. Maybe that's what they need. And that's what I'm providing. And that's not essential. What? Do you know what I'm saying? Here's what I want you to do. Start questioning everything. I say, if you're my client, you've heard me say this, question me. Question this live. Question everything I say. Question what your parents say. Question what the government says. Fucking New Zealand talking about we're the only source of... What? We're the only source of truth. You should only get your truth from us. I'm sorry. From the history of always, since when has any human being from a society looked at their government and went, I trust you. You're the only source of evidence and trust that I need to look to. No one. No one. But when it comes to the vid, everybody has to trust the government. What? Like, that shit's crazy. So what I'm saying is, check yourself. Check your own empathy. Check your own judgment. Judging your neighbor is not cool. If you stand in their shoes... if I stand in my mother's shoes, I understand why she got the jab. I understand why she's in fear. I understand why she does what she does. I understand why she got with a man who sexually abused me. I understand why she didn't believe me when I told her. I understand why she takes medication. I understand why she goes to church. All the things I don't agree with, but I understand my mother. Maybe you haven't taken the time to stand in someone else's shoes, and it's easier for you to judge them and make funny reels about how stupid these people are. That's not cool. Some of y'all are tripping. Some companies are sending me emails about what they're doing with the jab and what I should do. Sorry, I'm not taking my medical advice from you. Thank you very much. Stay in your lane. Part of the solution. I'm doing my part. What are you doing your part with? For us to stay in fucking lockdown and keep shit closed. Because if you look at other countries who have got it, those people are still getting it and passing it. And they haven't opened up. So I don't believe the government here that they're going to open up and give us freedom. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. If I was in a relationship with the government, they've been cheating on me, they've been lying to me, they've been narcissists, they've been gaslighting me, and now I'm supposed to love you and you can come home, here's dinner for you, government, I cooked for you, I'm wearing lingerie for you. No, I'd be like, your ass is dumped. Bye. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. That's what I would do. I would not be like, come, yes, okay, you lied to me and you cheated and you treated me badly and I don't trust you, come. No. So of course we're worried. Of course we're questioning. There's a lot of questionable shit right now. There's a lot of questionable shit. Let me tell you something that is the most questionable. When you buy food and the ingredient is a fucking number, we don't question that. That is not a conspiracy. That is true shit. The number fucking A104. That shit is in my food. Okay, I'll just eat it anyway. What the fuck is A104? Hey, this is a little intermission from me to you. I just really quickly wanted to invite you to pretty please head over to thequeenofconfidence.com/podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast, I would love for you to review it. Let me know what you think. I love honest opinions. It helps more women reach this podcast. So pretty please head over to thequeenofconfidence.com/podcast or go to Apple iTunes and leave me a beautiful little review. I would love and appreciate it. All right, sister, let's get back to the episode. You should be a human that can question things and not get made fun of. We should be allowed to ask questions. The government should say, please ask questions. We're here to answer them. If we don't know the answer, we're happy to tell you we don't know. Yeah, exactly. Red flags. Red flags as fuck. I tell my women, I don't know about you, but I tell my women, red flag, peace out, walk away. The suppression of people right now is next level. The fact that if you don't do this, everyone's going to talk about you, make fun of you, make you feel bad, and harass you, that's called segregation. That's discrimination, like 101. My choice, I get to do what I want to do. If I'm not hurting you, and look at this. Last thing. I don't even know if it's the last thing. I might be lying. Last thing. In Australia, they got pedophiles, right? They got pedophiles everywhere. In Australia, they got pedophiles. In Australia, they got these rings. They're doing child sex trafficking. All this crazy shit, right? Isn't it funny that Instagram and all the other companies, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of them, Google, have found a way, have found a bot, have found an algorithm so that they can actually put a little banner and ban your video if you say certain words. Isn't that that's intelligent. High five, y'all. You did that amazing. I wonder why you can't track child pornography. I wonder why you can't turn off the ability to buy children on the internet. I wonder why y'all can't find that. And I wonder why you haven't named and shamed all of the child abusers and sex traffickers and fucking pedophiles that live in the neighborhoods that we live in. I wonder why you haven't named them. But you want to name the man that drove from Sydney to fucking Byron. You want to name him because he infected everyone. You want to name him. and put his child, his 19-year-old kid's name on Channel 9 News. Shame on you, boo to Channel 9. I don't give a fuck about media. Don't put me on your show. I don't like y'all. Y'all are fucked up. That's wrong. To name that man and name his 19-year-old child, name on the screen? What you think people did? I went to Facebook, searched his name, popular search, and where he's from. I want to know how many rapists live in my neighborhood. Can you tell me that? Oh, no. We don't share the names of rapists and pedophiles. What? Yo, that is simple shit. Why don't you ask about that? That's something that makes you go, Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's simple shit. That is not conspiracy. That is not like, oh my God, aliens and chips. And that's not. And by the way, they said aliens are true as well this year. Like, so all the shit you think is a conspiracy. What's his name? John Snowden, I think that's his name. Maybe I'm making that up from Game of Thrones. I could totally be making that up from Game of Thrones. There's definitely a man named Snowden. I don't think his first name is John. That is Game of Thrones. But there's a man, Snowden. You can look him up. He got in all this trouble because he outed the U.S. government, right? He did the right thing and he got in trouble, right? And he said, the biggest conspiracies are the ones right in front of your face. They're not the glorified hidden stuff. It's the fucking A162 that's an ingredient in the lollies that you give your fucking kid. Like, it's the basic shit that they do that's so wrong and it's so in front of our face that we don't look at it. And we're like, whatever. The basic shit. Ed Snowden, thank you. Do you know what I'm saying? So my work is not about telling you what to do with your body, right? My work is not about telling you that you should do this or you should do that. I will never tell you that. Do what's right for you. That's what I will say. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that. But also, my work is about not giving a fuck what people think about me and me standing in my truth. And I did not bust my ass. Bust my ass when I had no money, no nothing, no business, no community. To build this fucking community. To come up here and pretend, hashtag just love yourself. No. This is the message I need to say right now. And I'm not going to be on the streets marching and burning shit. That's not my message. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. Do what you got to do. But I know I'm in the long game. If you're a coach or a healer or a change maker, let me spoiler alert you. You are in it for the long game. My invitation to you is don't be pro, anti, don't be doing that. You know why? Because people are going to unfollow your ass. And that's not in your place to tell them what to do. What is in your place is to play the long game. I'm doing the long game. The long game is think for yourself. Question your thoughts. Don't think you're not good enough. Don't get into narcissistic relationships. Heal your fucking trauma. Heal your trauma. Heal it. You got trauma. Heal it. Work on it. Think about your thoughts and your mindset. Become a better parent. Become a better human being in society. Question me. Question everyone. Guess what happens? That might take 2 years. Ladies in my sisterhood, I see them from fucking who they are, unconscious, angry, traumatized, whatever. They do the work. Maybe a year later, some of them 2 years later, some of them 6 months into it. They work hard. They fully change. Now that woman is ready to make fucking some sovereignty, discernment, fucking decisions for her own life. I don't even know if those words make sense together. Big ass words. I had to Google those words like 3 weeks ago because I don't know what any of those words mean. And I'm like, oh my God, those are great words. That's what I do. It's a long game. I'm in it for the marathon. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to fucking be anti or whatever. If anybody thinks that I am anti, you don't know. Like, I'm not. I just don't like fear. I don't like fear mongering. I don't like that the media is telling us that they're non-Australian if they don't do that. That's not non-Australian. That's a person that's concerned. And how do you know that the lady that's not wearing a mask down the street doesn't have a fucking illness or a trauma? Or I was suffocated when I was 7 years old. I was suffocated when I got kidnapped. That traumatized the fuck out of me. I can't even hold my breath underwater. So I have an exemption. And I don't like to give hate a platform because I don't think we should. I don't think you should go, look at this person, negative comment, and put it on your Instagram. It's not a good idea. I don't do that shit. You never see me talking about hate. I don't really get hate, thank goodness. But I got hate at Woolies, Woolworths, which is a supermarket, a substandard supermarket. And I got a woman who yelled at me. I didn't have it on. And I was with my 3-year-old. And she yelled at me and said, put your mask on. And I'm like, and I don't want to be old Juanita, Puerto Rican Erika. Yo, I was like, yo, do I fuck this bitch up in a parking lot? Like, I don't want to be her. I'm not her anymore. Because I listen to Eckhart Tolle. And I'm trying to be conscious and awake and aware and nice. And by awake, I mean paying attention to my thoughts. I don't mean asleep, sheep. I don't mean that. So I'm trying to be a kind human. So I'm like, let me not knock this bitch out in the fucking Woolworth, right? So I'm like, I have an exemption. And I'm on the phone to my mother-in-law. And my son's talking to me. And she's like, well, stop talking. You should stop talking. And I'm like, is this lady for real? And I had to get a little shit, I get a little Juanita on her. And I was like, why don't you just shop online if you're so scared? You could just shop online and you could get your groceries delivered and not be in here harassing me. She was rude as hell, yelling at me in this line in the supermarket, in the gluten-free line, while I'm with my kid who's 3.5 years old. And she's like, don't talk then. Don't speak. If you can't wear a mask, don't speak. I'm like, yo, are you okay? Like, I got my kid here. I got to speak to him. He's 3.5. He's going to be trying to grab shit. The fuck out of my face. I was like, I'm not going to say it to her. But I got upset and I wanted to cry and I was shaking because I'm trying to be a nice human now. And old me would just fight it out. And new me is like, oh, fuck, what's happening right now? Be kind. Be kind. Anyway, I'm walking down another aisle. I call my husband. I'm like, yo, this lady's tripping. She's like, stop talking. I'm walking down another aisle. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So you're better than me because you're wearing your mask, but you're harassing me. You have no idea that I was suffocated and I have trauma and I can't wear it. And I actually have a doctor's note. I went to the doctor. I got the note. It's in a folder called exemptions in case police come and I'll be like, yo, and I don't need to show it to them, by the way. If you have an exemption, you don't legally need to show it to anyone. And if anyone refuses you entry into a business, you can sue them for discrimination. If you check out your privacy policy, your fucking human rights in Australia, that's a human right. Right? So I'm like, yo, what? What the hell? Like, that's crazy. So I didn't want to flip on her because that's not cool. You know what I did? I went into my car. I cried. I gave my son my phone so he didn't see me crying and he could be happy. And I closed my eyes and I was like, okay, I'm her. How does she feel? She's scared. She's scared of death. She's scared. Maybe she's autoimmune efficient, whatever that's called. I have an autoimmune disorder as well, by the way. So maybe she's immune compromised. Maybe she's in fear. She's in fear. She's scared. Maybe she lost someone. And I literally, I'm telling you, no shit of a lie. I got into her body. I started feeling like her, thinking like her. And I was like, no, she did what she should have done. And that was it. Now, when I tell you, like, oh, it makes me emotional. Old me would have never been able to do that. Old me would have been like, fuck you, bitch, you're an asshole. No, old me would have been attacking her, judging her, right? Which is no better. Which is no better. The thing you hate and are angry about, when you fight it with hate and anger, you become the thing you hate. Those activists that go hardcore, they go ham, they're fucking like hard as a motherfucker. Ah! That shit, that's what ham means, by the way. Hard as a motherfucker. Thank you, Jay-Z. When they go ham, you become just like that thing you hate. Ask Byron Katie. Same shit. You can't go hard at people like that. And it's the same. Like, you become just like the thing you're fighting. So I'm like, let me tune into this woman. Let me think about how she feels. Boom. Doesn't mean she's right, but I can understand her. And if you've been here for a while, my whole message is seek to understand. You do not have to agree. We're not going to agree. You might not like the wing or my filter. And I might not like the no makeup fucking messy hair bun. You might not like my press on flame nails. And I might not like your cuticles. Whatever. You might be natural. I might be crazy. You might be quiet. I might be loud. We don't have to be the same to fucking respect and understand each other. We don't have to be the same. We should not be the same. How boring would the world be? You are uniquely you. You should fly and flourish and be who you want to be. And so shouldn't I. That's my problem. My problem is not roll up your sleeves, get it or don't get it. My problem is not the vid exists, it doesn't. My problem is not that. My problem is that we are in separation mode. And if that's you, I'm calling out on you. Check that shit. Check your judgment. Check yourself. Do the work. Yo, do the work. DM me if you want to talk about sisterhood. Send me a message, private message me. Let me know if that's you and you want to do some work on this shit. Because if we don't work on our shit, we can't be compassionate for others. If we don't work on our own projections and our own trauma and our own shit that's being activated, we're going to put it onto someone else. And worse, if you're a mother who I work with the most, you're going to put that shit onto your kids. Last thing, I'm going to tell you this last thing that I did last night. Last night, me and Hamish had a big chat. Me and my husband had a big chat about where will we live? What will we do? What if this shit gets crazy? Why did we have that chat? Because we watched the television. We watched YouTube news and it made us anxious. Now, I'm not saying live in a bubble and never pay attention to the news, because then if you don't know what's going on. That shit's going to right hook you and you're like, what do you mean? Childcare's closed. What? Then you won't know. So pay attention, but tune in to that's enough. I know enough. Or if you don't want to watch the news, ask a friend to send you what they heard and the details, or go onto the news channel's website, figure it out. I want you to be aware. I don't want shit to right hook you like you're like all of a sudden over here and then it's like, bam, vaccine passport, you can't go anywhere. I get that, right? So pay attention to what you got to pay attention to. But I sat with Hamish. I had a massive cry. Like I'm talking, I went future. I was scared. I was in anxiety. I was in depression. I was in all the feels. And I needed to have those feels. I needed to, because it was in me. And here's the thing. If you suppress what you're feeling, hell yeah, I'm going to save this. You crazy? I'm going to save this. I'm going to chop this shit up. I'm going to repurpose the fuck out of it. Thank you so much for being here. So I was like, I'm feeling the feels. I went into the future. I went into my mom. I'm never going to see my mom. What happens if I don't see my mom? What happens if my mom dies? And I don't want to get this experimental thing. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. I don't want to. Okay. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. And I'm like, I don't want to be forced to get it. If I have to go to America, if something happens to her, I'm thinking of all this shit. And it was crazy. And then I started going real future. And my husband was like, honey, chill. But I'm like, no, I need to go. So I cried. He held me. I said, I just want you to hold me. I'm going to have sex with my husband. I want to have sex with him. It's going to be beautiful. We couldn't do that because I said, babe, I just need to cry. He's like, no, it's okay. Do what you need to do. But I didn't have that plan for the night. I thought we were going to have a beautiful night. Anyway, we did have a beautiful night. He held me. I cried. I mean, like, like that cry. You know, that ugly sob cry. That I did that last night. And when I finished, I went downstairs. Everyone was sleeping. It was quiet. And I closed my eyes and I sat on the floor and I put my hand on my heart and I'm like, Spirit, God. So if you believe in God, Spirit, Science, Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in, Spirit, Universe, God, what do I need to do right now? Like, what is happening right now? I'm not clear on what I need to do. If you pray, pray. Whatever you got to do. If you're not spiritual or religious, just talk to yourself. I was like, what do I need to do right now? Like, what is happening? Am I going to be okay? What do I need to do? What is the answer here? What's coming for me? And I closed my eyes and I acted like I was talking to God, Spirit, Universe, my higher self, whatever you want to call it. And I got silent for a minute and I got an answer. And it was like, it was just an answer. Was it the answer? I don't know. But it was the answer I got. You might get a different one. And it told me what I needed. And it was like, listen to me. You are doing what you need to do. Wait it out. Send love. Stay light. My message, stay light. What does that mean to me? Stay light. It means don't get bogged down. You know what I'm saying? You got a ball and chain and an anchor and the boat is being anchored and it's stopped. When I get too heavy in the news, when I get too heavy in the bad news, when I get too heavy in, oh, we're fucked, nothing's going to happen. It's heavy. You know what I'm saying? When you feel heavy, it weighs me down. And it was like, stay light. Tread, fucking bounce off the water like light. So I'm like, cool, I'm hearing you. Anna, where you at, Anna? Anna's in the chat. Anna's fucking amazing. Anna did this beautiful quote that I shared twice because it was that good. I might have to repost Anna on my page because it was so good. She said, observe what's going on. Anna, observe what's going on, but do not absorb. Do not absorb. Woo-ee. I was like, Anna, that's it. I will observe, and when I'm done observing, that's enough observing for today. Now I will not absorb. So I see it, I don't take it on. I see all that shit, but I don't put it on my face. It's like you look at the makeup, but you don't fucking wear it. You see all the outfit opportunities, but you don't try them all on and walk around with them. I see it. That's about it. That's all I needed. So I need to observe, but not absorb. So don't you, all of us. And that's what happened. So last night I did that. I closed my eyes. I did a little meditation, little prayer. It's like, what do I need to do right now? Stay light. Keep your eyes open, but don't get heavy. You know, tune into what you need to do. Trust yourself. You will do the right thing when that moment comes. You don't have to panic right now and move to another country and fucking buy land and hoard food. You got to do that crazy shit. That's your mind being, again, high emotion, low intelligence, crazy shit, Armageddon shit. That doesn't need to happen right now. No police are at my door knocking, trying to take my kids and do shit. You know, so I'm not there yet. So why are you over there if you're not there yet? Be here. The Power of Now, the best book that we as humans can listen to right now. Humanity needs the power of now. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. If you're in the sisterhood and you're reading a book, come back to Power of Now. Like, just cancel your homework and come to The Power of Now. That book is next level. The Power of Now keeps you in the moment, in the right now. You can't do anything about the later or the this. Staying back there or there, future or past too much will fuck you. So get to the now. Right now. You got this moment. This moment right now. I did that, took a breath, was like, all right, this is what I need to do right now. Be here, stay light, stay informed, but don't get too deep, don't get too heavy, and trust the process. Trust that all this is happening and this might dismantle. You know, what may happen, instead of us all becoming terrible, what may happen is that there may be some truth exposed about the vid. There may be some exposed truth about this. There may be some truth exposed about everything. Look at all the truth that came out. Weinstein, fucking Epstein. I don't know if that's the same person, but you know, all that. The guy from New York City, exposed. Exposed. A lot of shit is getting exposed. So maybe we just got to be patient and be in our discernment, in our sovereignty, be kind, be nice, watch what we watch who we hang with, and be patient. Maybe that's what we need to do. I don't know what you need to do. You do what you got to do. Whether you're for or against or whatever, at the end of the day, let's be compassionate and understanding and not divide. We can't survive on our own. We need to be together. And I love that someone doesn't agree with me. I think that's healthy. If all your friends agree with you and everybody thinks you're amazing and everything you think is awesome, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I want people to go, I don't know about this, Erika. And I'm like, oh, thank you. That's a teacher. Somebody who doesn't agree with me, that's a teacher. If I'm willing to be a student, you could be my teacher. Doesn't mean I got to agree with you. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have to agree with you, but I could understand you. Wow, coming from a place of understanding. And if I really, tell me more about that. Tell me more about your fear. Tell me more why you think that. Wow, interesting. Okay, I don't think that, but I could see how that works for you. I could see how you think that. You know, now that you say that, that makes sense if I were you. That makes sense. Thank you. I had a beautiful chat with my friend Shane. I love you, Shane. We had a beautiful chat about the thing. And both on different sides. And the most, I wish we could have filmed it. The most respectful, kind, and thoughtful conversation we had about it. And then we kept talking about other things. And I helped him and he helped me. And we were like, all right, man, I'll talk to you later. Take care. And he doesn't agree with me and I don't agree with him. But we were so kind and understanding. And that's what's missing. Some kindness, some understanding. That's what we need right now. That's it. And also pay attention. If you can write letters to your MP or to your government, do it. Don't be liking, post, and sharing. That's not enough right now. We need to write letters and sign petitions because we the people can make some change. And if you're not a protester, cool. No shame. I'm not going to go protest. But what I am going to do is I'm going to speak to my audience and I'm going to sign shit. And I'm going to talk to my clients about awareness. That's what I'm doing. So remember, we all playing a different game here. There's not one way to play this game. What kind of game are you playing? I'm in the long game. There's some people in the game, and that's cool because we need that too. So it's not that we don't need it. It's like, what game are you playing here? And who are you going to be with this? Maybe you're staying low, talking to your family, making sure your family is good. Good game, baby. That's your game. Maybe others are like leaders and they're speaking at protests. Good, that's your game. It's not right or wrong. It's everybody's got their place to play here. So what's going to be your position here? Right? Do whatever you want. I'm not telling people what to do. Go, don't go. Like that's, guess what? You're the human that gets to say what you get to do. And that's the point of this. And that's the main problem is the mandatory shit. Like, no. Mandatory is very scary. That's very scary. We could look at history for mandatory. History will tell us a lot about that. There's no reason why we need to be in fear. There's no reason why we need to let fear drive us. There's no reason that we need to be divided and be rude to each other and be judgmental. Let's be kind and understanding. And let's use our own discernment. I can't have yours. I got mine. You got yours. I didn't live your life. You did. So I don't know what's better for you. And you can never know what's better for me. And can we agree on that? Cool, babe. Do you? High five. I got friends that have done it. Friends who will not do it. Because I love people. I love humans. I love community. I don't love that community and not that community. No, that's not community. Community is everybody hoo-ha, fucking kumbaya together. Right? And if you don't agree, cool. You do shit that I would never do. And I do shit that you would never do. So we can't be friends. We can't get on. We can't be civil to each other. That's a lie. And that's the lie that they're making you believe. And that's not cool. So let's not judge. Let's be loving to thy neighbor. Let's be loving to ourselves. Protect your own energy right now. Do what you got to do for you. Catch your shit. DM me if you want to talk about sisterhood or working on your shit and your trauma. Because you definitely, let me tell you one thing I know for sure. We all need to work on ourselves. We all need to work on ourselves right now. This whole situation has brought up my trauma around authority. Because police took my mother away. Police beat my mother. Like authority, military. I was a military kid. Like I was in the military for 10 years. Like there's a lot of trauma that I have around authority. And I need to work on that, or else I'm going to be doing crazy shit in the streets. And that's probably going to get me in trouble, you know? So work on your trauma. Work on your shit. Don't judge. Yeah, sisterhood for life. I'm going to share this live. Thank you for being here. Honestly, if you just come in right now, you didn't catch this, please rewind and catch it, because this is what I'm about. And if this is not for you, bye. I love you. I love you. Peace. If this is for you, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you as well. Thank you for being responsible and working on your shit, because that's what the world needs, us all to heal our shit. And the people that lead our governments and our countries don't have life coaches. They're not doing shamanic healings. They're not seeing a therapist. They're not working on their trauma. Most of the men, they got a lot of shit they haven't dealt with. And hurt people hurt people. And hurt people who run governments and countries hurt governments and countries and people and societies and the whole system. Make sense? Ooh, there's a lot to talk about here. Anyway, I love you. I'm going to turn this into a podcast. So if you're listening to this in the podcast, thank you for being here. This is it. This is what I've been wanting to say for the past week. And here's the thing. I didn't know how to say it. Because if you're not careful, you get angry, and you should not do a live when you're fucking angry, because you're going to say some silly shit that later people will use against you, or you might be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm really proud of everything I said right now, because at the end of the day, it's a message about compassion, empathy, love, not judging each other, and paying attention to what the media is telling you, because they be lying. And last thing, I promise. And if they be lying, they're sensationalized. I want to tell you, I'm going to straight up come out with it. Look at the cover of my book. Confidence feels like shit. Clickbaity as fuck, right? What a great name. What does she mean? I thought confidence was good. What does that mean? It makes you question. I did a podcast called The #1 Killer of Confidence. That is sensationalized as fuck. And I'm not a media person. I'm a coach who's good with names and titles. So if I am here as a non-media person who is about helping women create confidence and coming up with fucking fire titles like the #1 Killer of Confidence, can you imagine what the media is doing? Next level. Pay attention. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention. I love you so goddamn much. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to share this to my IGTV. Pretty please share it if it resonates. If it doesn't, cool. If you're ready to go and you're done with me, thank you. I love you and I wish you love, and I hope you work on your shit. If you're like, fuck, we just getting started, welcome. This is the shit. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for listening. I love you. High five. You're the best. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm coming to you at the end of the podcast because I don't know how many messages from y'all about joining the sisterhood, about working with me. How do I work with Erika? What do I do? How can I do this? I'm ready to action all the shit that she talks about in the podcast. If that is you, I want you to head to thequeenofconfidence.com/sisterhood. Sister is SISTA hood, and check out the sisterhood. It is my year-long coaching program for women who want to change their lives. Oh my God, I can't even tell you how good, how incredible, and how amazing that tribe of women is. It will change your damn life if you do the work. If you love this and you love my style, then please come on board, because I would love to coach you. I would love to welcome you into the sisterhood. I love you, girl. If you have questions, hit me up in the DMs. Hit me up, support@thequeenofconfidence.com. I got you. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the sisterhood.